Yo, YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy RTY here, and today I'm going to bring you guys some green yellow law versus yellow kid gameplay. Now, this is going to be kind of like a commentary play over one of my most recent streams, which, by the way, if you guys aren't following me on Twitch, make sure you hit that follow button, twitch.tv/RTY_KC. Yeah, so we were streaming and then playing some music, so unfortunately it's like not a direct VOD. Upload is just me kind of commentating over the gameplay, but I do think that this gameplay was super fun and super excited, and both of our boards were super toxic. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. So yeah, we're gonna elect to go second. I think we won dice roll, and I see a searcher and a Cavendish in my hand, which is usually good enough for me to keep a hand. So he won and pass, we'll play a searcher, and then we get to kind of look at our hand. I think we're gonna choose the 3-cost Bonnie, but it's a tough choice between the 3-drop Bonnie and the 7-drop Law. The thing with this deck is that you're much like red-green Law, you're reusing your searcher so much that I was like, I'll take the Bonnie now, maybe potentially set up my life next turn, or I can I have time to develop and search for my Law, and then I end up getting a searcher out of life, and then I draw a search anyways. So yeah, definitely a right choice. I have more time to search for what I'm looking for. So swing 7 life, he takes, we're gonna do some more searching. Definitely think we just take blocker Law here in this instance. And then yeah, take a another search, and we're gonna take a Bonnie. Cool. So, and then pass. So we have a pretty strong hand. Good thing about playing yellow is that I have no concerns of him ripping it out, much of it out of my hand. He's gonna go ahead and search again, and he's gonna draw Hawkins. Seeing him take that, I'm definitely incentivized to counter, but I would counter here anyways. You could take the first life as green yellow Law kind of aggressively, but the second life, etc., you kind of want to start countering for, just because we play out of our life a lot. So, and knowing that he's playing Hawkins this turn, which is very annoying, we have to swing first before we even start doing lead effects and stuff like that, because if we do our lead effect, put a card in our life, and then like not play it, like we sequence it correctly, this Hawkins can actually punish our lead ability. So let's just go ahead and swing 6 first, and then he's gonna block and trash our life. That's the strength of that card. That card's really good. Yep. And then we're just gonna go ahead and establish the Cavendish, which is also really strong. And then we could bounce back a searcher, look at our life. I think it was just a 2k, and then we will search again. And I think since we're playing towards the kid line, and we can literally play kid as early as next turn, it probably makes sense to take 2ks here in this instance, so that we can start setting up, because next turn we can do kid and then Cavendish swing, and then put a Dawn underneath kid, etc. So yeah, we're in pretty good position. Another strong thing about having all these Luffys on board is that we could bounce these Luffys back to hand for counter for kid, and we're also pretty counter heavy. So I think we're playing towards the kid fortress wall pretty well, which is going to be pretty tough for, I think, any yellow deck to deal with. But yeah, he's going to go ahead and play the 7-drop Law, and then that's very strong because it's going to heal him, and then he's going to be able to make it a blocker. So he's going to have a 9-cost blocker, 9k blocker on the board as well. And then a 10-drop ace is coming as well. He's going to swing 6 at life. I think tempted to counter, but like I said, since we're playing towards the kid fortress, we can kind of feel free to take that life. I won't say pretty comfortably, but rather comfortably. So yeah, we'll go ahead and play kid. We know his life is a Hawkins, so no need to be scared of any triggers or anything like that. Then we can swing 6 lead, and then we can bounce our searchers back just for some extra counter, like I was saying, and then kind of look at our life. I think it was a 3-cost Bonnie there. Like my webcam from the stream is kind of covering it, and then I'm covering the webcam, but I'm pretty sure it was a blocker Bonnie there. So yeah, just he gets a free block, and then we get to put a Dawn underneath our leader, and then activate main, and then put a blocker on the field as well. So there you have it. We have the fortress, the wall set up, and he's going to his, I believe this is his 9 Dawn turn. And we're pretty strong here. We have a lot of cards in hand. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 cards in hand versus his 1 2 3 4 5 6. we have 1, 2, 3 bodies on board versus his 1, and yeah, he has more life, but I think the tempo is, since we're a defensive deck in this instance, is really everything is looking pretty favorable for us for this turn. So let's see how he decides to kind of take on this board state I have set up. So looks like we're just attaching Dawn, not even playing anything this turn, maybe a Shirahoshi blocker or something like that. Okay, so he's either going to swing 7-9 or 7-11 or 12-9 or 12-11. If it's 12-9, I have a 2K. If it's 12-11, it just makes more sense to block the 12 and then counter out of the 11. And that's what it was. So we will go ahead and just give him 2 2Ks here. Yep. And then pass. Sick. So our hand is super strong. I think we can bounce Law and then bounce a Luffy back to hand, and then we can play a Luffy, search again, and then I think even theoretically, if you wanted to, we could lead effect and play a Luffy that, as well. Again, we could double search with the same Luffy if we wanted to this turn. We took 5-cost Law here just for more counter, and then we're gonna jam this 9K. I do kind of misplay here. It makes sense to swing 6K at life to restand 2 more Dawn, so that way I can jam this kid for, or this Law for even more. I think I'd only jam it for 13 when it could be 15, because I think we really do want to clear the body just in case he heals next turn or something, and then makes it another blocker. But this way also works for us because we got 3 cards out of hand. So in a way, it still kind of works out in our favor. So we're just gonna swing 6, restand 2 Dawn, and then swing 6 again, and then bounce the Luffy. Look at our life. We couldn't be tempted to play it. I know it's a Bonnie. Yeah, I'm just kind of debating it over. Going to 0 life. Going to 0 life sounds scary, but honestly not that scary as long as we see a Law in our search. So we're just gonna swing 6. Again, not worried about his trigger. He's gonna trigger the the Hawkins, which is gonna allow him to cycle, which is kind of annoying. And then yeah, we're gonna just search again, kind of searching for 7-drop here. Well, also 2Ks are acceptable in this situation. We have 2 blocks. I have a searcher in hand. We're gonna be able to bounce this other searcher back to my hand. We're gonna be able to play the searcher multiple times next turn. So I have a few searches to be able to find a 7-drop Law next turn. Yeah, not really worried about him being able to get past this fortress. I guess if he played a like Rygoat here, which he would never do because that's just -3 cards. He's in a scary position. So yeah, he's just gonna swing 9, play an ace. And I think he just passed because obviously he's past 5K and then or past the life threshold, and if he swung 5K, I have a 6K blocker, so no point really. So yeah, just be a little Dawn efficient here. Bounces back, search. We do find the 7-drop Law, which is really good. So we will, I guess I could have put a Dawn under my leader and then lead effect to bounce the searcher back to hand if we wanted to be super min-max about it, because I don't think you have to reveal the life. I think the bounce comes first, so you can lead effect even at 0 life, which is, now that I'm looking at it in retrospect, the proper way to sequence here. We're gonna swing 6, and he actually counters here, which allows us to, I think, just swing 9-9, which means that we're gonna give him either cards or we're gonna get this blocker out of hand. Get this blocker sideways. So we're gonna swing 9. He just takes, and then swing 9 again. It's unfortunate. We would be giving him another ace here, but he actually decides to block and counter. So doesn't quite want to go down that low in life, which when I say that low, I mean to 3 life as a 5 life leader. But he has good swings to swing at me this turn, so we're just gonna go ahead and give him a 2K, and we're gonna keep the Apu in hand because I know since this is a yellow deck, it's playing Shirahoshi. Yeah, and we'll give him a blocker here as well. And then the second ace comes down, and then another blocker. Super toxic. But if you want to be toxic, I can be just as toxic. And we're gonna try to take this opportunity, kind of try to jam at this ace, get cards out of hand, and maybe potentially get this blocker even. Play another kid, and then swing 6 life. Yeah. And then I think we should probably jam this ace for another 10. 10, and then put a Don on leader. I swing 5. I already gave him the card, so the Euroj 1k. So if he takes this, it's just a brick in hand. Unfortunately, it's the third ace. But if he turns this blocker sideways, I can kind of comfortably jam the kid again, or the ace again, with my kid. And he did not turn the blocker sideways, but we're gonna swing 10 at the ace, see what we get. Yeah, we're just gonna get that 1k that we gave him. We're gonna rest the second kid, choose no targets, and place a Don under it. So yeah, he has bodies that can swing at these kids, but I have 2 kids on board, and I have a blocker, and then I have a handful of 4 2Ks and 2 1Ks. Granted, each one of these swings, these ace swings, are gonna take a lot of cards out of hand. But he starts with a 9, so we're just gonna give him a little 2K. He's gonna go with 10. We'll give him a 2K 1K. It looks like he's gonna play another ace, so he's gonna swing 10 again. We'll just block that one and kind of keep the fortress going. Yeah, and there's the block. Had to think it over just a little bit. Yep, and there is the third ace. This guy's been at 4 or 5 life the entire game, and then restands a law. Luckily, I draw a law myself, which is super big here. It allows me to heal back up to 2, which puts me in a very strong position. So we are going to go ahead and try to swing at these aces here. So swing 10. He's low in hand, so he's either gonna give me the blocker, yeah, or not. Then we're gonna go ahead and put this law into my life and put a Don underneath my leader. And then we can Cavendish swing 6. Even if he takes, it's a brick. And if he doesn't take and blocks, then we can jam these kids or these aces without having to worry about it. Man, and I go 11 at it here, but realistically I should have went 10-10. I think 10-10 was better, and so just because he has 2 cards in hand, so I either hit him down to 0 cards or he gives me the blocker anyways, so I have to put him in the predicament. This way I put him into swing 11. He's gonna block regardless, and then I swing 9 at life, right? So I don't even really want to give him this card realistically because I have 2 kids on the field. I want to make him pick. So, especially since I see how long it takes him to decide a trigger, I'm like, oh, that's a Rygo trigger. So I'm actually just not even going to swing my lead here, and I'm going to make his Rygo hurt if that's the route he chooses to take. Make him trash a life because I don't think he can Rygo and heal me in one turn. So yeah, he's going to Rygo one of the kids, which feels kind of bad. Maybe I could have played Tashigi this turn, but my board is full. I had no room for Tashigi. And then he can swing, 12 at the kid, which at one point I can't counter out. And so I'm at 2 life. He has two 10Ks on board. It puts me in an interesting situation here. I think he could go for board, or he can go for game. Right here, he's swinging 7 at life, and he's kind of threatening both. This is a halfway, so if I take, he can go for game. Right now, I only have 9K, up to 9K counter, so I would need both these life either to be a 1K or I need a 2K out of life to guarantee live. I decided to counter here because he's only at 1 life from that Rygo, 3 cards in hand. So the only way I lose is a 0 cost event. So either way, I'm gambling, right? So I'd rather take the gamble that's me playing to my win out versus me playing to my losing out. And so he's going to be able to clear my board because I have no cards in hand and just swing 10 at the Cavendish and then 10 at the Law. And then I just got to get there with these 2 swings I have in life. So the not swinging my leader the turn before actually worked out for me because he has less cards in hand this time. And he had to trash the Rygo. So we're just going to go 11-13. 12-12 is also good here, but 11-13 good in this instance. And I think we're definitely going to get there. No trigger. GG. Banger game for sure. 10 out of 10. Super fun match, man. I'm super excited for both these leaders. The Supernova packages are really fun. Yellow Kid's leader is super fun. Green Yellow Law's leader is a puzzle, and I love it. It's so fun. There's so many things you can do with it. So I'm having a ton of fun with the deck right now. But let me know what you guys thought about the video in the comments down below. Leave a like and subscribe if you guys enjoy this type of content. And until the next time, I'll see you guys later. Peace.